When a tire blows out, it feels like an ambush. One second, the highway is perfectly smooth, and the next, a violent explosion rips through the car out of nowhere. The process typically begins days or even weeks before the noise, starting as a silent leak that gradually drops the internal air pressure. A tire that needs a top-off every few days at the gas station, a tiny bulge on the sidewall, or a nail barely clipping the tread. These details are easy to dismiss as minor annoyances. Because we sit inside an insulated, comfortable cabin, we often miss these physical cues. Most drivers only notice the symptoms at the very end: the loud sound, the sudden pull, and the shaking steering wheel. By the time the driver feels the fear of losing control, an unstoppable chain reaction has already reached its climax. To understand why, we have to look at the 4 constant demands placed on the rubber. It must carry the multi-ton weight of the vehicle, absorb road impacts, hold compressed air, and maintain a grip on the asphalt. Because the tire is under such intense physical demand, a seemingly harmless drop in pressure actively triggers an escalating structural failure. Low-speed neighborhood driving rarely stresses a compromised tire enough to cause a failure. The real danger begins the moment the vehicle merges onto the highway. Without enough outward air pressure, the tire cannot support the vehicle's load. The weight presses heavily onto the tire's structure. This forces the sidewalls to dangerously bend and flex every time the rubber meets the road. At low speeds, this flexing is manageable. But at highway speeds, a tire completes over 800 rotations every minute, exponentially multiplying the stress on the internal structure. This constant, violent flexing creates internal friction, causing heat to build up rapidly inside the tire. Heat is the primary enemy of a tire, actively weakening the rubber and destroying the bond between the internal layers. A dashboard warning light is often insufficient for catching this decay, as it may not trigger until the pressure is already dangerously low. Visual checks for uneven wear or exposed cords are the only way to see the actual damage. One common error is inflating tires to the number printed on the sidewall. That number is the absolute maximum limit the tire can hold, not the recommended driving pressure. The correct cold tire pressure is located on the manufacturer's label inside the driver's door jamb or in the owner's manual. Highway speed turns a slow leak into an invisible furnace, silently stripping the tire of its strength until it reaches a catastrophic breaking point. Eventually, the physics align. When low pressure, extreme heat, and high speed meet a weakened structure, the failure happens in a fraction of a second. The blowout is violent. The chassis dips, the steering becomes heavy, and the vehicle lurches hard toward the side of the failed tire. Panic is the immediate reaction, but sudden, fearful movements, like jerking the wheel or stomping the pedals, make the loss of control worse. The absolute rule for surviving a blowout is to never slam on the brakes. Grip the steering wheel firmly with both hands. Look where you want the car to go, making small steering corrections to keep it stable. Gradually ease off the accelerator. Let the drag and the vehicle's weight slow the car down. Wait until the vehicle is fully stabilized and your speed has dropped significantly before moving to a safe place off the road. While these steps save lives during a crisis, waiting for the failure to happen is the ultimate mistake. Prevention requires regular physical checks. This means testing tire pressure when the rubber is cold and inspecting the sidewalls for cracks or bulges. Recognizing the subtle indicators, a slight vibration, a pull to one side, or constant air loss, is the only way to break the chain before the blowout begins.